Everybody, are we live? We are. I am Dharma. I've got ants in my pants, and this is going to be a daily tarot story for you. It's 24 to 36 hours worth of energy, and suddenly I'm really anxious, and I've decided to do this a little bit differently today, so I want to see if this works out, because I'm kind of getting sick of the same old song and dance, you know what I mean? Alright, let's start with the fairies. So, for the first time frame today, this is going to be like between 2 and 4, something like that. I first want to know who it is that you're dealing with. Who are the characters? You can be one of the characters. Alright, this is the sage. This is somebody who is wise. They know what they're doing. And transformation. This person is extremely patient, but they could be Scorpio because you have the death card, but it's not just the death card, it's transfiguration. It's a complete change. And you have the other person in the story is Solace. So this actually, if you haven't watched the Daily Moons from this morning, go and check those out. This card came out. And you see how I'm still kind of bouncing around a little bit. I think these two need to have a talk. Right? This is someone who, they're the sage. They have ancient wisdom. This is somebody who has figured out somebody else's BS. This is somebody here who is all sun, is all masculine, it's all raw. One person here could have eye troubles, like eyesight troubles. And the other person here could have really blue eyes. They don't have to. But what has happened to where they are in this position to where they need to have a chat? Because it looks like they're meeting head to head. The crow. Something had to give. What's up, Crow Man? Nice to see you. I just saw the birds at the window, like springtime, but it does feel like something had to give. And we have it's a tower with a deep bond. You have a commitment with this person in one way or another, right? So that's who we're working with, and something's going on. Something to where now it's time to have a chat. And it looks like in this particular time frame that opportunity is going to come about. So what happens then? This person could be standing in front of a bunch of people when they're talking to you, like in a crowd. The dolphins, the letter. They're going to reach out. But I want to know what goes down in this time frame, because it's like the union. It's almost like one person here is waiting for the other person to reach out because they know that they will. Like, there's the truth, and there's the communication. It's the truth about the union. Something here has changed. Oh geez. It's Romeo and Lasguda. These two, they're slowly starting to, they keep coming out as similar beings. It just feels like there's a rift. And when I'm asking what is this that's going to happen, it looks like a conversation about the way north. And I keep seeing the rider. They want to talk. Text. They want to talk about, that's how the change is going to come about. The Hierophant. They want to talk about commitment, the Fool, and victory. How do we have victory in this? This person is a hard ass. Like, you might not have known this about this person, but when they start to attach themselves to somebody, they start to become really, really stubborn. Which is silliness. The Emperor, the Devil. Okay, so they're going to give you a baby step. Because they like you a lot. So what is it? I said we're going to find out the truth. And what is the truth about the relationship? Uh-oh. The suspense is killing me. So tell me the truth. It's changing. It's getting stronger. The relationship is moving forward. This isn't stagnant, and they're worried. The Tower. So they're going to tell you. You're just like, why are you... It's been developing over time. That's what I mean. This person is going to risk being completely bitched at to talk to you. They know, for whatever reason, they know that they're not going to get bitched at. These two don't look like people who fight. Right? So what's the outcome of the conversation then? Because it looks like Ace of Wands. They come to a conclusion. The Tower, the Sun. We know what we're going to do now. The Emperor, the Ace of Swords. They make it clear. You might wait a minute to respond to them. Like, whoa. Six of Coins, Ace of Cups, and the High Priestess. Like, I think maybe you knew that this was coming. And the Two of Cups. Okay. So, the Emperor, in one way or another, they make their point known. They make their side of the story known. They come clean. Fact of the matter, Seven of Swords. Justice, they're coming clean. King of Cups, King of Swords. Ace of Cups. So, when I'm asking what are you supposed to take away from this time frame, understand that this particular hard ass, if we keep calling him that, they're not typically someone that apologizes. It's not what this person does. But here they are still yet. Apologizing to you. And creating the change that's needed. The Fool. That's right. And Ten of Cups. And I want to kind of look at the ground and be like, well, okay, because there's a sting here. Something stings. And you're like, well, that's a start anyway. So we'll go with that. Alright, this is later on. 6, 7, 8, something like that. I heard busy bee. There's busyness everywhere, all around you. Crazy busy. And everything is changing. It's almost like there's an air of sadness in the air and everybody knows it. Somebody may have lost something. Okay? Or got taken or something like that. And by Ace of Cups. It honestly feels like motherly love. What happens during that time frame while this person's busy? Nurturing, exactly. You're doing a lot of like paying really close attention to people that you love during this time frame. And I think maybe one person that you love, you can just tell there's something off with them. You're like, what's wrong with you? And they're like, I don't want to tell you. And then you're like, I know something's wrong with you, tell me. And they tell you and you're like, wow. You might see absolute red for a minute. And then go to this place where you're like, I'm going to kill this person. But I think this is like over a kid. And then they are... I think you're surprised with how that situation ends up. Like somebody that you don't expect in that moment comes to you and they say, you're like, wow, you're going to just solve this problem right here and right now, aren't you? And they're like, well, I'm not going to let you just... They come in as the problem solver and you're like, I'm confused. You're not a problem solver. And they're like, watch me. You're like, wait a minute. Sorry, sunshine. I don't know what's up with the notifications. Mr. Problem Solver. All right. I heard overnight. You might go somewhere. Somebody might have plans for you to go somewhere like later on at night, which they're going to break the way you do your nights. You're not going to bed at 8 o'clock every single night. They want you to go somewhere. That's solace. Again, they are blindsiding you. They are right up in your damn face. And the two of you, with whatever interaction this is, you're both being extremely forward and you're playing with each other. It feels sweet, like childhood play, something like that. And you're both like taking turns and I don't know, somehow it completely heals the situation and then brings hope for the future. Tell me about what it is that what is this action where I was saying they're going to come in and steal your sleep? Knight of Cups. 2 of Cups. 5 of Pentacles. They want to... This person's mind is scattered all over the place. And they just want to talk to you. I mean, if anything, they just want to talk to you. 3 of Swords, 8 of Rods. There's a big call for healing here. It feels like throughout this day, I don't know if this is the same person that you deal with every single time, but whoever this strong masculine figure is in each of these readings, it feels like they know they fucked up. And so they're being really present. Queen of Wands, 7 of Swords. Are you going to make me give you a title? So I'm not going to make you do anything. 6 of rods, 10 of rods. It feels like this conversation back and forth where it's like going through the labor pains. She's pregnant in this picture, but going through the labor pains of trying to birth a new foundation. It could even be like a negotiation on how your relationship is going to be set up. But you got 9 of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, 10 of Swords. Like some things the way that you wanted it are not going to work out like that. But on the other hand, some of the things can. I also want to talk about putting a time frame on something. J, A, S, D, F. Keep hearing, I can't cope with that. But Ace of Cups. So, okay, here's what I'm going to say. During this time frame, this person is actively talking to you about the future. Where it's going to go, what they think, what they really think. 6 of Pentacles, they're giving you the information that you needed. But how does it, tell me about the hope for the future. Like, how does that show us? Because it's not just hope for the future. It's a promise for the future. And I think that's what this is. It may just be, and I was going to say breadcrumb, but there's 4 of Wands. It's the promise for the future. It's rectification. They rectify the Lovers. They give you some kind of promise. Can we just ask sidebar, are they going to keep that promise? 6 of Cups. And the High Priestess, they're being spiritually held to it. They will be spiritually held to it. This person is making you a promise that Spirit is going to make sure that they uphold. You just have to wait. It's just not time yet, but 10 of Cups. They're making a promise to you that they're not allowed to break. The Lovers, and they mean it. Ace of Wands, it's just the very beginning. Wow, that reading flew by. Alright, I heard like, fucking 5:30 in the morning. In the morning. Why? Why is anything going on at 5:30 in the morning? Oh. Oh. You might wake up to a very, 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 very sweet text from your lion. Like they thought about you all night. They thought about everything that was said. They're deciding that they're gonna take a risk. It's a leap of faith. The Lovers. The Loons. This person could have a beard. You could also, you might attract really egotistical men. But you knew this one was coming too. Moon. Could be an Aquarius that you've been desiring, but it's like they just kind of show up. I dreamed about you last night. I thought about you all night. Something like that. You just can't wait anymore. Stalemate over. Will you talk to me at least? Will you, like, look, now I've got ants in my pants again. Come meet me somewhere. Will you just come meet me somewhere? Can you do that? You're like, what the fuck? You know what the direction north is, but you're not going to tell them that? It's almost like you don't need this person, but you want them. Yeah, it's like you're, in one way or another, it's like you know that you're destined to marry this person, but you don't want to hang out with them. Because they irritate you, but isn't that marriage? I mean, that's heavy, 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 heavy Aquarius energy. And the only reason I said marriage because I saw the church, but it's like you knew that they were coming back, and then now that you're here, you're like, yo, it's 5:30 in the morning. I just think they're texting you. They just wake up ready to talk. The Hierophant, it's time. But they are promising you something. All right, that's all I have for today. I'll be right back.